The Vice President will be delivering her remarks just before 2 o'clock. We'll bring you an update here from Dalton. Live for Local 3 News, I'm Greg Glover. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much there, Greg. Well, as we said and you've heard, the Vice President is visiting QCells to promote the President's investment in a clean energy economy. And if you're not familiar with solar power just yet, we're going to take a closer look at that right now. Here's Calvin with a special guest from UTC. Calvin.
Why, thank you very much, Latrice. We're speaking with Sung Woo Yang. He's an assistant professor of chemical engineering at UTC. He's also the founder of UTC's Solar Decathlon, which hopefully we'll get a chance to talk about too. As we wait for Kamala Harris to actually exit her vehicle and go inside. Let's talk about QCells and what the company does for the community. My understanding is, that it's a very important company. Why is it important?
Yeah, I think what QCell does in community and United States is very important. In fact, the South Korea company QCell already invested in $2.5 billion in solar supply chain in United States, and as well with the financial support from the Biden's IRA program. And QCell aimed to build a whole optimized solar cell production system that include all process. I'm talking about from the production of the silicon wafer all the way up to fabrication of a complete set of a solar module. If successful, this is going to be the first optimized whole solar cell production system in the world outside of China. That is something. And Hana QCell, and in addition to that, Hana QCell will be a great example.
Which is the parent company of QCells.
Correct. So QCell is going to be a great example of Biden's IRA program playing a key role, bringing in this advanced manufacture industry here in the United States. And in terms of local community impact, QCell create a well-paying, high-quality job. And also QCell is committed to become a good partner with the local community. In fact, I've seen, and then they've been working with local university and various types of organization. In fact, I know several students from UTC, they got hired by QCell. And then all I hear is that they are really excited about working in this fast-growing industry, and as a faculty member of UTC who is working on solar power, I'm also trying to build more collaborative project with the QCell as well.
And proactive. Let me ask you about, a lot of people, are just getting used to, I guess, of course, we've heard about wind power, forever. We were just talking about TVA's wind farm. But a lot of people, they don't know about solar power. You see people's houses, with solar panels up there.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more.
What are the benefits of solar power that people may not know about?
Sure. So there's a numerous benefit of solar power. But here today, I wanted to point out 5, I think, important benefit of solar power. The first one is the unlimitedness.
Now, you're a professor. Write this down, folks. Write this down.
Unlimitedness. So imagine this way. So solar power is nearly unlimitless, the renewable energy resource. We can see easily this way. You can imagine the amount of energy, amount of solar energy that hitting the earth for just an hour is enough power. It is enough power to the whole world for a year. As you
really?
See, yes. So as you see, the solar power has a potential to meet all our energy demand. That is the very first the benefit I see the solar power. And second one will be the sustainability. As one of renewable energy source, solar power has been playing a critical role in reducing greenhouse emission gases and alleviating the climate change crisis as well. And those are very critical, to protecting humans and wildlife and ecosystem as well.
I want to jump in here and say we just took a shot of the podium where Vice President Harris will be speaking in just a few minutes. In fact, that's Greg's head right there, Greg Glover's head right there, and she'll be speaking there. They're obviously talking to folks in there and getting them ready for her speech. But let's move on with the current trends in solar cell energy.
Sure. There is So in terms of when you want to talk about current trend, it's all about getting higher efficiency at low cost. And there's like some big important trend. And one of that is, I mentioned about this before, but one of the most important trend in solar cell industry is basically the build or optimize the complete solar cell production system that include all steps. You know, from the beginning, which is the processing silicon wafer,
right,
all the way to complete, building solar cell module. And that is one clear the trend that will be resulting in actually lower solar cell cost.
That's what and that's the bottom line. I mean,
Yes.
when you speak about this to people, who don't really understand it, the only thing they're going to be thinking about in most households is going to be cost.
Yes, yes.
How much is this going to cost?
Yes.
Is this better than what I've got?
Correct. So it's all about getting higher efficiency at low cost. And one way to do that is having complete system. So far, China has been only country who has everything, but we are trying to build that whole system here in Cartersville in Georgia with a QCell. And another trend in solar cell industry has been underwent is in about wafer size and the thickness.
And the wafers are the cells themselves.
Correct. So we basically, from the silicon wafer, we make the solar cell. So another trend is, so it's about, again, the increasing efficiency and lower the cost. To do that, what we want is we want higher wafer, silicon wafer, and thinner silicon wafer. That is the trend has been. And in terms of size, it started from the M2 standard size, which is equivalent to 156.75 millimeter in length. And then we changed to all the way up to M12 wafer size, which is equivalent to 210 millimeter in length, which
sounds
means,
like that would power.
Yeah, like these to this size.
Yeah.
So this is about 55% increase in size. And in addition to that, in terms of the silicon wafer thickness, and the industry was able to decrease the thickness down to 150 micrometer. And then by increasing the wafer size and decreasing the thickness, the industry is now able to, achieve more higher efficiency at low cost. And in terms of what is a practical, dominant solar cell technology, and to do that, so PERC solar cell is called PERC solar cell, has become a dominant solar cell technology. So PERC stands for passive emitter real contact solar cell. So basically, it is like there is an additional solar cell layer in the backside.
Yeah.
So great thing about this the technology is it already reached its near theoretical solar cell efficiency, which is 23%.
This is fascinating. I mean, people actually need to read up on this and get used to it, because this is the wave of the future.
Yes,
this
yes.
is where we're going.
It's happening.
We appreciate you joining us today. Let's go back now. Latrice, I understand that Vice President Harris is about to speak. She's about to move